Who are two of the key cognitive development theorists, and what are their main contributions to the field of cognitive development?
John Piaget and Len Vygotsky, both theorists, specialize in cognitive development of childhood to adulthood. They focus on examining how children from birth think and understand at various stages of their lives. Piaget's theory is based on stages, where each stage represents a qualitatively different type of thinking. These stages range from 1 to 4. Each stage is dependent on the child's age, so the children in stage 1 cannot think the same as children in stages 2, 3, or 4. Piaget believed that the stage theory is universal and that these stages will work for everyone regardless of differences. This is besides the age of the child. His main belief was that there is an interaction between a child and the environment. This meant that a child during development cannot learn unless they are constantly interacting with their surroundings. As part of the learning process, this meant making mistakes and then learning from them. His contributions in cognitive development help us understand that we are made up of cognitive structures that represent a certain aspect of the world. Through our individual experiences, that being trial and error, we become aware that they are constantly changing and growing. Len Vygotsky thinks from another perspective and believes that children's thinking is affected by their social knowledge, communicated by either psychological or technical. Vygotsky's contribution compared to Piaget's varied, as Vygotsky was a strong believer that teachers are able to better understand children's role and importance in cognitive development rather than the environment. His theory allowed teachers to better understand the importance of their role to children's cognitive development, as he believed that the ability to understand intelligence was through the ability to learn from instruction. Vygotsky's theory teaches us that there is a great need for more knowledgeable others to support cognitive development for children. That is so that children can observe and absorb the meaning of interaction with others in a social context.
Who are two of the key moral development theorists, and what are their main contributions to the field of moral development?
Jean Piaget and Lawrence Kohlberg. As some of us may already know, moral development is an involvement along with cognitive development. Each culture has its own rules, customs, and actions, which they follow and value. Piaget's main contribution to the field of moral development was made up in stages. These stages were either made up externally or internally. This depended on the age of the child. During the external phase, he believed that rules are made externally by parents or more knowledgeable others. This occurred to children up to 9 to 10 years of age. After the age of 10, children develop internal sense of right and wrong. This means that children now develop rules on their own. Piaget helped us understand that moral development goes through stages, which demonstrate the increase of awareness and understanding from children as they grow older. Lawrence Kohlberg, who was a great supporter of Piaget's theory, began his own research and development on moral development and found that there can be incomplete aspects in it and that it did not include enough on society and its influences. Kohlberg's theory elaborated more on moral development and included the changes. Kohlberg's theory is placed into 6 levels of thinking, where 1 is from the beginning of moral development to 6, which goes beyond what a child is merely told what to do. Kohlberg realized that children don't always do good because they feel as though it's morally correct. No. But also because they are either told to do so, they get rewarded for it, or they do it to make others happy and gain attention from it. To get to the root of true moral development, children have to learn how to be considerate of others because it's the right thing to do, and that each child has a personal code of behavior that they follow, based on their previous experiences in life. Therefore, Kohlberg helped us understand moral development in a more broad sense, breaking down the steps so critically that it can be applied into every child's moral development.
Why do you think it's important for teachers to have an understanding of cognitive and moral development and apply it in their teaching practice?
Without this practice, students will lack the ability to learn, develop little or no social skills amongst peers, become socially unacceptable unacceptable in behavior and be unable to value others. If children aren't taught and educated towards knowing how to activate and use their brain, their development would be little to none, and they would be unable to think and understand at all stages of their lives. Without being taught how to use our minds in various ways, there will be limitations of growth and development for the child. As Piaget quoted, "Only education is capable of saving our societies from possible collapse, whether violent or gradual." This is evident that teachers understanding and applying both cognitive and moral development are key successes for growth, productive growth, and child development.
Can you please provide an example of the application of cognitive development in the classroom? In your example, please specify the grade to which your example applies.
Applying cognitive development in the classroom involves teachers not only observing students while they work, but also analyse their behavioural in general, so that being socially and academically. To apply this effectively in the classroom, teachers should follow a few simple steps to structure their cognitive development. So they should make use of visual aids, make instruction short and clear, using frequent body language as well as words. Do not constantly expect the students to consistently see the world from someone else's point of view. Be soft and gentle to students as they may interpret things differently to how they are. Not everyone is at the same level. Be practical. Hands-on activities are great ways to build children's skills for more complex tasks. This example can be applied to younger children in Year Prep Foundation and Year 1, as these examples are the building blocks to the more complex abilities of cognitive development.
Can you please provide an example of the application of moral development in the classroom? In your example, please specify the grade to which your example applies.
Applying moral development in the classroom to help enhance the quality and usefulness in one's growth and development is essential for teachers to implement in the classroom. For example, the teacher may incorporate role-playing and use of scenarios to teach the importance of knowing right from wrong. The teacher can then develop tests that use the scenarios and questions specific to the scenarios. To further their development and understanding of morality, have students develop projects where they are forced to use skills of application and evaluation. This example is more suitable for grades 3 and 4 as it involves critical thinking and analysis. Thank you.